Alright, so I have a bit of a pointless project going on tonight. Um, I got about 30 of these little LED units from a Halloween display. They were all set into cardboard, making up a Halloween display, sort of like twinkling stars. And each one of these has its own battery. Um, if you can see, I got quite a few of them there. Around about 30 of them, 32 or something. You can see. So yeah, these were like stuck to the back of the plastic, or the back of the cardboard, and then the LED poked through a hole to make the twinkling star. And after Halloween there, they were throwing them out. So I pulled all the LEDs out of the cardboard, recycled the cardboard and kept all these. So yeah, it was very interesting to see these things. The fact that they all have their own battery is a bit bizarre, very wasteful. Rather than having the whole display, could have run on a couple of batteries, but it's obviously more convenient for them to use these. So these can actually run two LEDs. I noticed there's space there for another LED. Get something to point with here. Yep, so there's two holes there. I have actually put another LED in, and just sort of tilted it so it made contact, and it works, and it just flashes in the same pattern as that. They all had the same, flashing pattern. None of them were any different. So I'm guessing the black part there with is where the little chip or controller is that sends the pulse to the LED, and just a single watch battery. These things are extremely cheaply made. There was a couple of them. As I was like desoldering the LEDs, the traces just lifted off them. That one there, the battery thing actually just pulled right off when I was getting the battery out. You can't actually just push the batteries out in these. It just slides out like that. So I was trying to do that with that one, and the traces just come right off the board. So these things are made as cheaply as possible. They're basically disposable. If it wasn't for me, these all would have been thrown out. So I didn't really know what I was going to do with them. I actually had them all stuck across the top of my fireplace when we had our Halloween decorations up there last weekend. So I had all these flashing LEDs across the top of the fireplace, which made a nice addition to the Halloween display. So what I decided to do with this, for no particular reason, was to see how many batteries, or how many LEDs I could run off one battery. So yeah, it's pretty much all of them was my answer. So these are 3-volt batteries. So that's what the LEDs are running off. Now these white LEDs can run off 6-volt as well, as I have tested them, so they're twice as bright. So what I actually wound up doing was I had wired all the LEDs, together, in, I always get these mixed up. Is it parallel or serial? I can't remember which. Yeah, so I had basically about 20 LEDs all running off a 3-volt battery. So what I actually did was I made a torch. Just for no apparent reason, I had all these LEDs soldered to the board. So I decided that I would make a torch. So I don't know how long the watch batteries will last with this many LEDs, but I'm not don't have any shortage of watch batteries at the minute. These are all the batteries that come out of all those LED units. Like I say, it's such a waste. You know, the Halloween display would have been up for a couple of weeks in work, and yeah, and then it was just being binned. So yeah, a little bit of a project. It was really that's where it started. I just decided to see how many LEDs you could run off 3 volts, and yeah, it's pretty much all of them. I don't know how many you could run off it before the voltage starts to drop. Basically, these are all just being powered with 3 volts, or six volts now that have the 2 batteries wired up. So it just drain the battery quicker. So yeah, it's not pretty. It's just something to do. Actually, once I started it, it was good soldering practice. I haven't soldered anything in ages. So yeah, I don't know how well you're going to see that. My soldering is not the cleanest. I'm actually using a chisel tip in my soldering iron at the minute. I have a fine point tip, but it is pretty much burnt out. It's that black, the solder won't stick to it anymore. I have cleaned it several times and it's just done, so this is the only point I have for this soldering iron, which is a chisel tip, so it wasn't ideal for this purpose. I could have done a better job with a finer point, basically. Found it hard getting the traces heated up with the chisel tip. It's a bit too fat. And this big switch I have had lying about for years. I have no idea where it came from or what it came off. But I thought, yeah, I needed a switch, so I went and found it, and I finally got a use for it. Big heavy duty switch. So yeah, this thing is not pretty, not practical, but just farting about here, keeping myself out of trouble basically. So I'll turn the lights off here and I'll hopefully be able to give you an idea of how bright this is. It's pretty damn bright. Running off 6 volts. These little battery holders, I had these as well from the Dreamcast project. So yeah, when I go done, I'll just use some more of them. It should keep me going for a while. I could upgrade, put a battery holder in for AA's, but really I don't think I'm going to be using this. It was just something to do for a few hours. Okay, so I have the lights off, and what you're seeing there is just the light on my camera, a single LED, which is like a super bright LED. So I'll flick the torch on here and you get an idea of how bright it is. It's pretty damn bright. So there you go, just a pointless project, just sitting here late in the evening, just farting about with these things that I got for free. I thought I might as well try and use them for something. Now that Halloween's over, I suppose I could have kept them and used them at Christmas time. But yeah, just decided to do something a bit different. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye for now.